Definitely one of my least favourite tasks whilst building the E46, but today we're going to start wiring the fuel cell to the car so that it actually works. Now I have bought a wiring kit straight from Radium, which should make life just a little easier for us. But before we dive into that, I first had to install another fuel pump into the surge tank. Now by doing this, we're going to be running one lift pump and two surge pumps, which is basically going to allow us to supply the engine with as much fuel as we need. But sure enough, once that was done, we could move on to installing some wiring. Now the kit I bought comes with this little quick release connection point that separates the chassis harness from the fuel cell harness. So moving onward, we have a bunch of wires here all labelled, so I just had to figure out which one went where, and then we could start stripping these wires back and crimping on these pin type connectors. But once we had these completed, we could start making all of this mess look a little more aesthetic. So I wrapped the wires in this sort of self-closing stuff, then I applied this rubber boot and finally whacked some cable ties on there. Last but not least, the following day we put the fuel cell back into the car, and this is how it's looking. Now I do have to do some research on how I'm going to connect this wiring to the car.